Well, hello folks, and welcome back to the channel. It's been a while. As I explained in the channel update back in August, I think life is very busy and time at the bench is very limited. So that's why it's been a while. So I have been cracking on when I can with the Airfix Shannon class lifeboat. So the boat itself now is finished. So obviously the other videos show some of the kind of things I've done to it. So we'll have a look. So I added window seals because on the real boat you can see window seals. Obviously the interior now is all covered up. We've got window wipers on the front, which don't come in the kit. I've added all the crew. All the antennas and things are on now. Little bit of artistic license with, I don't know what else to call it other than stowage, but I just think it adds some visual interest to the build. Obviously it's got the Salesy markings on it. I've added some ropes and that sort of stuff, which is from Ropes and Scale. So the main sort of difference, or the main two differences on the exterior. So if we look at the mast in the kit is very chunky. So for example, this ladder here is solid in the kit, very chunky, missing some aerials and that sort of stuff that you can see on the real thing. So I essentially chopped up the kit mast, added various bits of carbon fiber rod and styrene rod and all that sort of stuff to get it looking as close as I can to the real thing. So these bits here, for example, are in the kit. The ladder, these aerials or antennas here are different. They're not on the kit. So that's what I did. And then the other main thing is these railings along the side on the real boat. So in the kit, these are solid, like these ones at the front and these ones here. Well, on the real boat, they're solid as well. But these ones along the sides of the deck aren't. So I chopped them up, got rid of all the solid bits, and then added rope and scale, painted it black. I think it's 0.25, I think, from memory, to try and make it look a bit more interesting. And the only other thing I've added, so a good friend of mine, Stuart Goodswin, who's one of the admins on of the club, printed 3D, designed and 3D printed these. They're called Fender Boys, apparently, that protect the boat when it goes into dock, etc. They drop them over the side, etc., etc. So looking at reference pictures, a lot of the time you'll see 4 on the front, which are these here, and then you'll see 4 on the back there. So that's essentially the boat finished. So now all it requires is to place it on the sea base, essentially. So as I mentioned in other videos, I was practicing various techniques. This was one I found, Model Nerd, I think, the channel. So I tried this technique and it works really well, and it's the kind of effect that I want. So essentially it's tissue paper. This is just a practice on a bit of cardboard, tissue paper, to create the texture, and then layers of XF17, I think it is, sea blue, white, and gauze. I think it's called gauze from, no it isn't, I'm lying to you. It's an acrylic gloss medium, they call it. So I've used that, and you kind of build up this texture in layers, and it gives this sort of glossy sea-like finish. So that was the practice, and that's the method I'm going to be using. So here's the base itself. So as you can see, this is a wooden base. So it's had its tissue paper placed on it for now, and given a coat of the XF17. And the idea will be that the boat will sit in that sort of cutout bit there, and then I'll build up the texture around the side. It's a one-shot deal. I'm only going to get one go at it, because if I get it wrong, then it's ruined. The boat as well as the base. If I ruin the base, I'm not bothered, I can make another one. But if I ruin the boat, then yeah, it's a problem. But that will go on there, and then we'll have some wake and all that sort of stuff. I don't want to do the boat sort of going through rough seas. The idea being that it's coming back from a tasking or a mission, and it's coming back into dock. Hence why, if you see the crew figure on the side, he's getting ready with the rope to obviously dock the boat, if that's the right term, or land the boat or whatever, I'm not sure. So this is going to be quite calm waters, but obviously it will have wake and stuff, because the boat would naturally create that wake as it's going through the water. So that's the plan. So the idea is that that's it really, and I think it's turned out really nice. The boat itself is lovely. I was fortunate enough to be at the Medway show 3 weeks ago, I think, and there was a guy there who essentially knows everything about this boat. He does work for the RNLI. He's built like I think it was a 12 scale RC version from scratch. He's written loads of published articles on the Shannon, knows everything about the boat. And he saw this. This was there as a work in progress. He saw it, and he really liked it. He really liked what I'd done to it, and to try and update the kit a bit and make it. And I thought, well, if anyone's going to know anything about it and be able to critique it properly and everything else, then he's the guy. He knows everything about this boat. So I gave it to him. He had a really good look at it, and he really liked it. And he said, you know, this scale and what's been done to it, he really liked it. So that's really endearing and good to know that someone who knows the boat, the real boat. He's been on Shannons, he's piloted Shannons, he knows everything about them. It was quite reassuring that I've done an okay job, because it's all new territory for me. And what he was kind enough to do, he has something like 2,000 images of the boat, all the specifications, the blueprints, and everything from the real thing. So he put those on the Saturday night, because it was a 2-day show. He stayed up to the early hours. He's put everything he had on the Shannon class lifeboat on 2 discs, like you know, DVD type data discs for me, and he brought them with him on the Sunday and gave them to me, which was really, really kind. He didn't need to do that. I wish I'd have had those when I started this, but at some point, probably next year now, I will do another one, and I will try and use those images and that reference to make it even better than this one. This is my first go at it. But I think once it's on the base, if I can get the base right and I don't make, you know, a fatal mistake that ruins everything, I think it's going to look really nice. And the plan is it will be finished, based, and everything done before Telford, before Scale Model World, so that it can be on the club display as it is in my mind's eye, if that makes sense. So that's it. It's done. The boat's done. I've just got to work on the base now, and that hopefully will go well, and I won't have to redo a whole other boat next year to replace this one if I make a mistake. But that's it. So thank you very much for watching. I appreciate it's a short video and it's taken a while, but as I said, time is absolutely at a premium. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe, and I hope you've enjoyed seeing this come together. There'll be one more part with the base. Yeah, and it's a lovely little kit. Go and get one. They're really good, and they're a lot of fun. And the Outlaw paints, perfect. The orange is perfect. Every color is perfect. And even the guy who knows what he's looking at and knows what he's talking about, he's like, where did you get the colors from? Because they're bang on. So if you're going to get one, then get the Outlaw paint set to go with it, because it's just perfect, and it's great paint. It's really user friendly, so go and get some of that as well. And until next time, guys, you stay safe, happy hobbying. Bye bye.